I think the most important thing for me for Alpha was that I wasn't raised in the church, so as I started coming, I just kind of fell into attending church and listening to pastor and reading the Bible. And after I'd been here for a long period of time, which is over 30 years, you get to the point where you're afraid to say that you don't know the answers. You're afraid to question some of the things that you hear because maybe you're already supposed to know them. Well, I didn't know them, or some of them. And Alpha brings that out and gives you opportunities to ask questions, irregardless if it's your first day as a Christian or your last day.
I was brought up in a family where we were very religious, but then when I went away to college, I fell away from the church. So for 40 years, I was the type of person that showed up in church once or twice a year. I was not praying. I didn't know how to ask for guidance. I was really rusty in my religion, and I didn't know how to get back into it. So when I heard about Alpha, I thought it was a great chance to take a risk and to try to find God again. And so as I sat in Alpha, I didn't have to say anything. I just listened.
I want to reflect on my experience with Alpha. I found that Nicky Gumbel's message and his life journey were extremely interesting and really well put. I hope that everybody would realize that Alpha is not about one common belief or one dogma. It's about an ability to talk about your doubts and your concerns and some of the things you don't quite understand. Like Nicky Gumbel, he went from being an agnostic to a Christian, but everybody's on a journey. And so Alpha is more than just everybody believing in the same thing. It's an opportunity, and I hope that you'll have the opportunity to talk about, in an open way, some of your concerns, your doubts, and your struggles. So go for it.
One of the many reasons I went to Alpha was because other people had invited me to go, and I went with them. So I have been in a couple of Alpha classes because I went for other people. I really felt it probably wasn't for me because I felt like my faith was strong. I understood who Jesus was and all the many topics they were discussing. However, after participating in the course, I was so changed, and my faith grew so much deeper because of the experience, and I was surprised by that. I thought I knew it all, and there's always so much more to learn on this journey of faith. It was kind of exciting. I had the opportunity to participate in Alpha in Sweden, and I listened to the whole course in Swedish, so that was a bit of a challenge, but it was fun while I was learning the language. I hope that you'll give Alpha a try and see what it'll mean for you and your faith walk.